Do you remember what room this is called? We are at the Rhode Island Lighthouse, giving you a quick tour of this downstairs room here.
First floor.
This is the first floor, and it's also the museum that you can, let's see, bedroom. They have all kinds of old stuff in here. A lot of it's original. When they first had this, nothing that's in the lighthouse is original from when it was first built because it was vandalized. But they put stuff in here to look like time original.
Except that stuff that would belong to one of the lighthouses.
Yeah, except for actually
This yellow stuff.
the whole yellow set was from the first lightkeeper's grandmother.
Not the first lightkeeper bit.
Wasn't the first lightkeeper?
No, that'd be the 17. It'd be like
I don't know.
I forget what they said. 1800s, I think. The guy from the 1800s.
One of the lightkeeper's grandmothers. I cannot remember.
The oven. He said it was.
The oven was original.
No, duplicate to the original.
To the original.
That's like the same one that was in here, I guess.
What is this stuff?
It was just a lot of information.
Pieces of history. Oh, some of the dishes in this cabinet were used by keeper Jesse Orton and is later donated.
Yeah, so that must be the one. Yep,
Yeah.
that's the one. Yeah, his
So it must
grandson.
be his, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know when he was a keeper.
So this is just the downstairs. We are staying in the lightkeeper's room, but I will show you guys that later. I'll show you guys everything else too. Gonna go for, you got a window with a view in every window.
They had a cannon, and those are the tracks where they bring in the ammunition.
Supposing this is where they had the cannon. There's tracks there. You can see the wall all the way around it. So there's obviously ruins. They did say something about having another building. You guys can see how that strip goes out into the water in front of the bridge. The Native Americans actually named that. Can't think of the name off the top of my head. I have it written in my notes because this was Native American land before it was anybody else's land. Before there was a lighthouse or a lightkeeper here in Newport. So when I go back through my notes, I'll add it to the video of what exactly they did name that stretch of land. But we're here now on Rhode Island, and we have the entire island for ourselves this weekend. And we are staying in the lighthouse, so we are the lighthouse keepers for now. There's a structure right there. Goes all the way across. All these trails are like this, so I'm not going through them. But anyways, I'm not sure what that was. There's Goat Island down there where you can see the hotel on. This island is so cool, just exploring right now. Walking around all of the grounds. There's a graveyard here. There's a couple actually. I know they constructed a water tower at one point here. And they were constructing a water tower, and they found remains. They ended up putting them back into a tin box and putting them underneath the tower, but the tower is no longer here. And then there's another one. Now these would be soldiers from the war that died from the epidemic, and they were staying in the field hospitals here at the barracks. So I don't know where these unmarked grave sites are, but they're here. And since there was Native Americans on the land, there is probably, or could be, an Indian burial ground on here as well. This inn saw about 10 keepers between the years of 1816 and 1870. They were mainly family and Civil War veterans, but in 1839 the Coast Guard would become the new keepers of the inn. There's another building structure over there. Not sure what it was, but I'm assuming maybe the military used that also.
That killed somebody that was working on you. That's crazy.
Jeez Louise. Huh?
I mean, look, those are steel beams when they just rotted and collapsed.
It's crazy. I would have liked to have seen photos.
Yeah.
Like, Hub said, look, babe, they lied. They do have TV on the island.
I mean, yeah, we go sit and watch TV. What's
What do you want to watch? I don't know.
Oh, She-Shell.
Actually, Shelly's selling seashells by the seashore. Of my island. Off of my island. This is my house. This is where I live.
Yeah, it's not in good shape.
Listen.
You'll need a lot of work. I'm not restoring this one.
Don't judge me. In the year 1894, a grounding occurred of a full river line ship right onto the lock, smashed in front of Rose Island Lighthouse, and his name was Captain Elijah Danger Davis. There was no warning signals available at this time, and so he crashed and he drowned. I'll show you guys the foghorn room later, but the foghorn and the steam generated fog room came in 1912. It's pretty cool. They turned it into a room also.
This off the Native American.
What is it?
1675.
It says in 1675, Peleg Sanford bought the island from Sachem Conanicus of the Narragansett tribe. The Native Americans called the island Conaconquit.
That means point.
Yeah, so that was that thing in the ocean. Mm-hmm. Sanford would go on to serve as governor of Rhode Island between 1680 and 1683. Ownership of the island changed hands several times until Daniel Goddard purchased the island. Probably in the early 1760s, the Goddard family owned the island until 1799, when it was sold to the United States government.
Oh, that's that Goddard Park in Newport.
The Navy is known to have existed here in Newport for an eternity, and so the second would be erected in 1860s, establishing the Newport Navy Base as well as the Naval War College here today. And this barrack has the nickname of Bomb-Proof Barracks. This room is so cute. This is in the barracks. You can stay here. They use these as a field hospital. So when I was talking about I think I already spoke about the graveyard here. I believe there's two, but they don't know where they are. So, but all the patients that died here, they are the ones obviously that would be buried there. And when they did start digging and found bodies, they were dressed in war apparel.
Damn, look, no vegetation, no trees, no nothing.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember when I was reading that, and they
crap.
said you could just walk on around.
Jesus.
It's cool.
Look. It was the biggest employer in Rhode Island. 12,600 employees operating 24 hours a day.
That's crazy.
Just on this island. Holy crap.
Oh, the Quonset huts were built on the island.
Yeah, I know.
So Rose Island was built in 1870, but who knows how far the spirits go back. Guests have brought an iPad here at one time, and apparently it started typing on its own, and it typed out the word Enna, I think it was. She said, "I'm Enna, I live here." And that was actually caught on video. There's a lady in white who has been spotted around the island and in the tower of the lighthouse, which would be right there. I'll show you guys that later too. Footsteps at night, around midnight to be exact, which is when Charles Curtis, a longtime lightkeeper who came downstairs every night at this exact time to change shifts, he would venture into the kitchen for a nice warm cup of milk. That right there is the Rhode Island gift shop, and it is on the honor system. Just hit your head. Yowzers.
It's a little trap door to get out.
What?
To get out of the thing, you gotta go through this. Hey, what, for a big person, you're not coming in here.
Hey, boy. Okay, coming up. Ooh, I have a serious fear of heights, and look how high up we are. That's why I'm holding right on. Ain't letting go. Okay, I'm good.
Too dark.
Too scary.
I want to see the roof.
Nope. I'm going this one. Oh, look, see, we can see outside from here and we don't die. There's the Newport Bridge. They had to replace this thing. I'll tell you guys later. I have it written in my notes. The living room. These are all the things people come and just like leave little things here and write on them. Gonna have to find a marker so we can put our name on a rock and leave it in our room. Oh yeah, we gotta write Keepers of the Lighthouse, October 2025. That's a lot of shells with people's names on it. Binoculars. Oh, they made a rock with all the sea glass right there.
You must have taken the deodorant out.
And our bedroom. As you can see, this is a huge apartment. Super huge. Just closet space. Windows with views. They say that sometimes you can smell the smell of cookies baking in here from one of the innkeeper's grandmothers.
Old song.
Between 1970 and 1985, the lighthouse was seriously vandalized. People would come in here to party with their boats and just basically trash the place. They stole everything out of the lighthouse that you can imagine, including like copper pipes and wiring and stuff like that, and they were going to just tear down the building, and they were going to build condos over here and apartments and stuff. Thank God they weren't able to do that, and they were able to restore it. And I guess people started coming here in the 80s and doing work anonymously and leaving notes and stuff for the people doing the restoration, saying that they were willing to help rebuild the lighthouse. So I guess that's good. But yeah, they came here and all the windows were smashed in. There was like birds living in here, so it was a disaster. Rhode Island Lighthouse was built in 1869 and was known for being a fantastic navigational tool for the shipping traffic from the Narragansett Bay. It was home for over 101 years to lightkeepers. The Fort Hamilton Rhode Island Lighthouse Trust was responsible for saving it. The Narragansett utilized the island for shell fishing and other kinds of fishing. They called it the place of the long point, because of what it looked like during low tide, which is when I was out on the beach and I showed you guys what it looked like. As you can see, the grounds are absolutely gorgeous. I would absolutely love to know where this graveyard is, but I guess they don't even know where it is. Or maybe they say they don't know where it is, so people don't come and vandalize it. Back in the day, I'll get into the story later, but a boat came up to the island. I don't know what year this is, so I'll go back and tell you the story later. They actually stole 2 corpses, put them in his boat, and took off. So, yeah, that's crazy, right? I'm looking for a Quonset hut. Huh?
It's like that.
Oh.
That's a
Yeah.
Quonset hut.
Imagine staying over here as the light keeper all the time. You live here all the time. I would sign me up.
30 years though.
So what?
That first light, 30 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a long time, man.
Yeah, the first light keeper was here for 30 years. Well, I can easily be secluded from people.